I have a new and exciting opportunity for you all. Today we're going to start with something a little bit different. The stream title says Crypto JAC, and I see people speculating about what that could mean. I have before us the first ever Bitcoin-powered Pioneer deck. Through the power of blockchain, we shall become. Nah, I can't even finish. We're gonna play Cryptolith Rites. All right. Sorry, no, can't even finish the bit. Nope, it's too stupid. Bitcoin. Bitcoin. I feel like the Bitcoin community is one of the few I haven't pissed off, so, you know, might as well dip in there and make a funny about it. How we doing, folks? Happy Wednesday. It's kind of Friday for people who are in the United States. We're gonna play some Jeskai Ascendancy combo. Jeskai Ascendancy here says, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, creature you control get +1/+1 till end of turn. Untap those creatures. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you may draw a card and then discard a card if you do. So this deck's a little bit different than the Sylvan Awakening Jeskai Ascendancy combo decks that we've played to date, where you try and like stick Ascendancy and then just cast Sylvan Awakening and then untap your lands and do stuff. So this deck is playing Legion's Landing, Raise the Alarm, Servo Exhibition, and Hordeling Outburst, as well as Miser, Secure the Waste to make a bunch of tokens. And then the crypto part of it is Cryptolith Rite here. So your creatures have tap and a mana of any color. So Cryptolith Rite plus JAC, or JA, Jeskai Ascendancy, plus some tokens allows you to like cast a bunch of spells and untap your things over and over and over again. This deck also, though, unlike the other version of JAC that we've played, where you combo with the Sylvan Awakening, this deck can just have fair wins. We can just, like, cast a Raise the Alarm and a Hordeling Outburst, like, play an Ascendancy and, like, cast a spell or two and then attack with a bunch of large tokens. So, we also have Jeskai Charm here to pump up the jam a little bit and gain some life. So let's dive on into a constructed league with this one. Set our $10 on fire and see how it goes. Look at all these PTQs, chat. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 PTQs. This is more competitive events than Arena had in all of 2019. And this is just in the next 3 days. In the next 3.5 days, 4 days, there are more Pioneer only events on Magic Arena, on Magic Online, than we had competitive events on Magic Arena all year. It's just wild. Very clear which platform is the competitive platform. Kikaro, thank you for the 8-month resub. Welcome back. Hope your exam goes well. This is the only digital currency I need. God bless, Beetle. Invest in bits. That was funny. I saw Croaky's asking for suggestions on how to break into competitive Magic now that he's been streaming for a while and has a hang of the game, and just like the people are like, you need to play Magic online, and just like, yep, that's the sad truth. That's the sad truth. Need to play Magic online. Oh, Taco, thank you for the third of your support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I filled in our last 2 emote slots with hand sucks and keep emotes. They're all my bits and my tier 2 at this bad boy. Sounds good, Beansy. I appreciate it. Thank you for the big biddies. You rock. Reverend Chaos, thanks for the brand new Prime support. Welcome to Hoaglandia. Hope you're having an excellent Wednesday wherever you're at in the world. I think I just mulligan. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Yeah, things that make sense. I think I keep this and just ship the Cryptolith Rite, just unlike the Honest Token playing here. Just like 1, 2, 3, just curve right on out. You can use the Yikes and the Hand Sucks emote together. It's a pretty good one, too. Zergo Bellstriker. Seems like a bad die roll to lose. I have 10k shillings. How do I get the whale? So the bit emotes will roll out automatically at some point next month. Like, probably like mid to late December. I thought they were coming sooner, but apparently they're still working on all the kinks. They just wanted to let us upload them early. Did you see Zan and Whitehouse stream the PTQ? You and Bamonte need to tag team the next PTU. That is against the terms of service. Playing competitive events, technically even playing leagues with someone else on Magic Online is breaking the terms of service of the program. And maybe other people can get away with that, but like, you know, I'm not someone Wizards of the Coast likes, so I'd rather not risk getting my account banned and not be able to do my job. New emote show promising future of Twitch chat being able to communicate coherent thoughts. Yeah, communicate in word pictures. Thanks for 11 months, all familiar. Llama Entity cashed in for the 14th. Welcome back. Yeah, I'm for all sorts of wacky and wild things in Mythgard. I've got a reasonable grasp on the game at this point. Consideration for heroic reinforcements in this deck. It's a neat idea. Because they have haste. That seems sweet. Enchanted creature gets +3/+3, and at the beginning of your upkeep, put a -1/-1 counter on it. Red unstable mutation. That's sick. I think we're super dead, chat. I guess I can jump block this. Does my state have toll roads? Of course my state has toll roads. Okay, so let's do this. I got an attack with these, I think. Yep, I pass. I pass is what you got. Do I double block the Cackler? Unleash means you can put a 1/1 counter on it, but it can't block as long as it has a 1/1 counter on it. If I double block, I can't flip Legion's Landing. I think I want to flip Legion's Landing. I think if we flip Landing, we might have a shot here. It's another Hordeling Outburst. Alright, I'm just going to do this and pass, I think, rather than run my lifelink token into this for now. Zerblin, thank you for the 16 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Goblet God of Flesh, thank you for the 13. So the other 2/2 is legendary. So there is a small amount of downside to double blocking Zergo instead of the Cackler, just because, like, if they have another Zergo stuck in their hand, is a consideration. Hey, thanks for the tier 2, Captain Magar. I appreciate the 19 months. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Oh, I'm at 6. +1 and -1 counters cancel each other out. They do in fact cancel each other out. I think I'm just supposed to do this. I probably should have doubled the Cackler last turn. Double block, Swift Spear, we can't beat a spell anyways. I don't know if that's strictly true. Hey, thanks for the 20 months of Prime support, K. Smith. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Lightning Berserker, yep. I think we've died, chat. Yeah, there's that. Remember when we talked about killing the Zergo? Yeah, I think the turn I should have double blocked there. 2/2 Cackler turn sooner is what I should have done. I'd have been 2 life fire there at the end. That might have made the difference. Alive and well sounds great here. I'm gonna trim some of these. I kind of feel like I want to just like pivot off the combo plan and just like be a token stack. Hey, thanks, Socio Penguin. I appreciate it. Do I want Deckenstone? Some Deckenstone might be fine. I think I just want to be a token stack against what they're doing. I'll leave a couple Ascendancies in, but I don't want to clunk up on them. So if you claim the shillings, you get a bonus, but you do automatically just accrue some, just for existing. Is 4 accrues too many without the Ascendancy looting? I don't know. I feel like I want to see one most games. This has Fuse. We can do both halves on this if we want. Match 1, game 2, OG. It'll cost 5 mana to do both halves here. First Strike, Menace. Yep. So we have 5 lands to get to Alive and Well. That's real good. Oh no. Oh, why does it have Menace, chat? Why does it have Menace? Where's my Deckenstone? Should have boarded it all 3 Deckenstones, chat. Oh no. Oh no. Why did I board it all the Deckenstones? I'm in danger. That's awesome. That's phenomenal. Ain't even mad. Kinda impressed. Kinda impressed. Alright, I don't know if this is enough to live, but it's the spell I've got, so we're gonna cast it. So they're going to, this thing's attacking for 8 +2. Oh, 10 +2, right? Right? Alright, well I gotta do that. I take 6, 7, 8. Am I dead? I believe I'm dead, because it's 12, right? And I have 4. Sick. Sick. Crushed. Yeah, it's gonna be... I'm still enjoying the casual pioneer slamming my bad decks and other bad decks has been a hoot even when we lose. I'm gonna be interested to see what they do to address the mono black deck. The mono black deck is in the competitive sense, I think this is currently a one deck format. I think there's a lot of people that are just like looking to play casually, and like most Magic is casual Magic and casual Magic best Magic, so from that perspective it's fine. Reddit and its typical insanity large. Yeah, I've just been blocking and muting people that have been expressing things that stupid. Choose a creature or planeswalker card. Well, I'm gonna teach you why this card's not good. Welcome to Thunderdome. I imagine it'll be Copter, but something needs to go. So, I don't know if I don't think PTQ lists are up from yesterday's yet, but the Monday PTQ 13 of the top 32 was that deck. So we are very much in a one deck format as far as, yeah, we can refresh. They should go up at some point today from yesterday's PTQ, but the Monday PTQ was 13 out of 32. The people who think, it's like on mono discard spells, gross. The people who think that the format should be able to adjust don't understand why the deck is good. Just like, full stop, they don't get it. When is the deck overrepresented versus the community not trying different things? I think that's semantics. And in large part, I think distinctions like that are mostly semantics. Decks are played because they're good. I think there's a number of things you could ban to adjust that deck. You could ban Copter, you could ban Thoughtseize, you could ban Scrap Heap Scrounger. Thank you for the tier 3, Time Lord. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I still remember when we had Wednesday night streams and only did Moto. It's been a wild ride. I don't understand what makes the deck good. Here's a really concise reason on why the mono black deck is good and you can't just adjust to attack it. So, the mono black deck is difficult to impossible to race because the mono black deck has a fast clock and it gets to play the best interaction in the format in Thoughtseize and Fatal Push. So you can't race it. And now, not only can you can't race it, but you also can't interact with it because your interaction is always bad against some number of their threats. Because if your removal's good against their recursive threats, it's then bad against Looter, Scooter, and Mutavault. So your interaction frequently lines up poorly into what they're doing just by the nature of the selection of threats that they're playing. So you can't attack it, you can't race it, and you can't interact with it properly. Those are the two ways you would beat a deck like that. Yeah, tier 3s are good for any of the formats. They're good for standard, historic, pioneer, and modern. I am allowing tier 3s to do modern again. I'm just being more selective about what decks I'm taking. Also with the asterisk, I'm still only doing one modern deck per week, so you should be aware of that. That's a good draw. All right, so do this, I do this, I do this. Pretty decent. I assume they're about to dig through time, get their own delve going on. Morning party bus. Yeah, the people who... Yeah, Cryptolith Rite is affected by Summoning Sickness. All tap-activated abilities are impacted by Summoning Sickness. Someone actually had the recommendation of Heroic Reinforcements, which sounds really sweet in this deck, honestly. Mono red, power level of creatures. The creatures are slightly less aggressive than something like mono red, but the fact that they're recursive and you have better disruption than mono red makes a huge difference. So, not quite as aggressive as just straight mono red. But it has better tools for when its aggressive draws aren't good enough. Unfortunate we didn't find another non-creature spell there. My hero has fallen. They have 4 cards in their hand, and they just cast a Dig Through Time, so I assume they've got some gas. I guess I just do this to loot, huh? I think I'm actually going to hold on to this Ascendancy for now. Maybe I'm supposed to actually bin the Ascendancy and hold on to the land. I'd also be floored if they banned Thoughtseize. I think banning a card like Thoughtseize is not their normal MO. Historically speaking, looking at all of their formats, a card like Thoughtseize isn't something they're interested in banning. Alright, that's a pretty good one. He's dead, Jim. You've killed him. They're on 2 cards in hand here. Draw them to 3 for their turn. Yep. Alright, if their last card's not a counterspell here, we could kill them next turn with a good draw. Also, if their last card's not a counterspell, even if we don't have a good draw and don't kill them, we should get to flip Legion's Landing, which would be huge. Last card's a counterspell. Brittle. Alright, 1 Treasure Cruise, please. Now they get to flip Search for Canton. We're probably dead. What a timeout's like, we aim to please. Get out of here. what? That's something. I say, what? That's hot. They bend Crush of Tentacles. Really? They must have drawn Narset. Okay. Alright, their other card's on a counterspell. We get to kill Narset, flip Legion's Landing. And now, we actually just don't get to draw cards anymore, right? I don't really have cards for a control matchup here, huh? I have 2 Dispel for 2 Wild Slash, I guess. Yeah, that's a pretty typical lazy whataboutism. Peak boomer, if you would. You can't help specific people because other people also have issues. Like, well, what if we just helped all of them? What if we just helped people who are here for a better life and then also helped our native homeless population at the same time? What if we did both? Helping everybody would be social. I am in fact a dirty, filthy communist. Bleeding heart liberal. But how would that help me, right? Wow, rude. Well, they left in Fatal Push against us. They must not have too many cards to take out. I guess they like already had to take out Despise and stuff. Sick. Alright, so flipping Legion's Landing here is likely game winning on its own. And flipping the Legion's Landing this turn, they just revealed a duress. This means I cannot empty my hand here. So I can go land, Hordeling Outburst, Cryptolith Rite, be empty-handed. So duress doesn't do anything. The full-time meme. Oh, no. Oh, no. Adanto first fort. You were the chosen one. You were supposed to lead us to the promised land, Adanto. Field of Sadness. I shocked in the Temple Gardens. That way we can raise plus activate Adanto this turn. This line gets punished by a sweeper. Yeah, but I know they have the duress, and I don't know they have the sweeper, Tom. They revealed the duress to the Narset. So, playing around the card we know they have is ideal. Which this is gone now, I suppose. They have Notion Thief in their deck too. That's great. Love it. I'm gonna hang on to the Raise the Alarm for now because they didn't sweep yet. I think I'm supposed to hold that land since I have Ascendancy in my deck. I'm probably supposed to hold the land. Notion Thief, for those not familiar, works with Gaia Reach Sanitarium as well, which is why they're playing all the discard. They're like trying to get our hand empty so they can like Gaia Reach us. Alright, now I'm gonna make them have it because they're dead if they don't have a counterspell or double removal here. This is 7, 8, 9. They're just dead. Got it. Got it, good. They're playing Languish as their sweeper, unfortunately, and they have, like, they're playing Languish and that Surge card, so, like, I guess I said we didn't have a lot of cards for control, but we actually do. It's just not good here, right? I'm fully aware I'm not a communist or an actual socialist. I also understand me saying things like that is jabs at Fox News propaganda, just to be abundantly clear. Having appropriate social safety nets does not make you a socialist country. That's not how it works. Magic sucks and then you die. I'm gonna keep this and hope to draw a land or two. If we run off a white source here on 1, we can play a game. If we don't, I'm gonna concede and move to the next match. Just like, their deck's full of discard spells, like I'm just not mulliganing lower than 5. I think our chances of hitting white lands here are better than our chances of having a good 4. Hand sucks, keep. Look at that! Leveraging the new emotes, perfect. If the new emotes don't look good on your version of Twitch that you're using, that's because you're using Twitch wrong and you should enable night mode. Just for those not familiar with why all my text-based emotes are white text. They're white text because the white text looks great when you use Twitch on the way you're supposed to use it. But Jeff, hand sucks. There you go, look at that. Look at that. They look awful and not dark, but I bet they do. I have no idea. I don't. I use Twitch the way it's intended to be used. Everything dark mode all the time. There's modes other than dark mode, not on websites that understand what's going on. That's why there's only a dark mode on jeffhoagland.com. Alright, this is the big scary Pioneer Staple Night Market Lookout. Where can you find the glorious dark mode? Upper right hand corner, click the dot. Click the lines or whatever, click your picture. There's a dark theme checkbox. Block. Your eyes will thank you later. Double Mana Confluence against the aggro deck. What could possibly go wrong? We have lifelink, it's fine. Everything is fine. Nobody panic. Jeskai Charm might pull us out. He says, looking at basic forest. Hey, look, remember when I talked about you can't race the opponent's deck because they thought seize you and break up your ability to race? Pepperidge Farm remembers. It's almost like Hoagland knows what he's talking about. Yeah, I was really surprised they left this deck legal last week. Because it feels like their whole week of PTQs is just kind of a waste now because all the data is just like piles of mono black. If we draw a third Mana Confluence, we can cast Charm. There you go. There's the attitude we're looking for. It doesn't help you. I'm not losing because my deck's bad. I'm losing because the shuffler is rigged. Exactly. You get it. You get it. They took my Cryptolith Rites. Yep. Yep. Actually, we can just flip the thing, right? Just pop a wheelie here. They can activate this and oh, I should have played the land. If I would have played the land, I could have Jeskai Charmed and traded. I don't know if I even want to do that though. We will bleed for our mana. Do 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 do. Beep beep do 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 do. Yeah, I agree, Winding Road. I would not mind if like duress, thought erasure were the discard spells in this format. I also think though, like, only getting rid of Thoughtseize wouldn't really change this deck that much. Maybe it means other people could race it better, and that's enough. Of course, Zero. Getting rid of Thoughtseize would be a big deal for the format. I don't think it would be a big deal for my opponent's archetype. To be clear, where I stand. Have you played Yarok Elves before? In what format? I think I just do this and pass. That's Yarok Elementals. Why does everybody think Ellies is elves? That's not how you spell elves. That's Yarok Elementals. People, last time I shorthanded Elementals to Ellies, people thought elves too. Maybe I should stop doing that. I have enough characters to write Elementals. I'm gonna type it out. As always, too, you can find specifics of the deck list that we're playing today in the deck queue on the website always. New Lexicon, thanks for 11 months. Yes, one would fall. That's the win con. The win con is attacking with tokens. West Porter, thanks for the 4 months. Welcome back. The biggest issue with the Oven decks, Darkwell, is that mechanically playing them on Magic Arena takes a while, and people are slow. So watching slow people play mechanically slow decks is very tedious. You're checking all your apps for dark mode. Now, I've made your life better. Most apps have dark mode. I brought Twitch chat out of the light into the darkness. Excellent. How's the weather there? It is slightly above freezing, and we've had 30 to 50 mile per hour winds constantly for the last 12 hours. We're supposed to continue to have 20 plus mile per hour winds until this evening. Yeah, it's blown the shuffler completely out of whack. So I played the second Legion's Landing there so I could flip the other one because this Jeskai Charm will be the 6th card in my discard pile. So I'm going to Charm, gain 14 here, and then we'll be able to Treasure Cruise after the Charm. So we might actually steal this one because we're going to effectively gain 12 here because we're going to pay 2 off the Mana Confluences. We're gaining 14. Get 1/1 and gain lifelink. So they take 10, we lose a token, we gain a bunch. Let's draw 3. Depending on the quality of these 3, we could kill them next turn. Like Ascendancy plus some land, plus a spell or 2. Who's my favorite Magic streamer? Why, myself, of course. I'm gonna play the tap land. The Winding Road. Other people I watch with some consistency are Day 9, Caleb Durward, and Todd Anderson. Depending on like what formats I'm interested in and what they're playing, and how bad some of their music is. My face is tiny on the Magic Online overlay because Magic Online's difficult to see what's going on, so I'd rather make the card preview extra big rather than my face. Do you ever watch Jim? Jim mostly streams at similar times that I do. Durward, Day 9, and Anderson all tend to stream when I'm not live. Yeah, Anderson's sub notification is a bit much. I know that's the point of it, but I agree with that assessment. All right, I think that might be lethal. We might have stolen this one on the back of Jeskai Charm. And a good Treasure Cruise. Glad we played the land out last turn. I also mostly tend to watch people who like play similar things to like I play, 'cause like I play these types of things and I enjoy them. So like people who play limited mostly play limited I don't watch, and people who mostly just play spike decks I don't watch. Your sub notification used to be loud, children, if I remember correctly. Yeah, but the soundbite was really short. You're correct that it was too loud for a little bit, but the actual duration of it wasn't too long either. But you are correct, things evolve. Like what my setup is today is much better than it once was. Who's the best emotes for your value? Caleb's got some killer emotes. This is lethal, right? Just gonna slash your face. Yeah, Nassif's a very good player, and he tends to stick on decks for a little while though, and Nassif is what coverage would describe as a very deliberate player, and it makes it tough for me to watch his stream. And watching Nassif pods at 2x speed, there's a life hack. Yes, deliberate is how coverage describes people who play slowly without saying, hey, they play slowly. Alive and Well is obviously here for the aggro matchups. I think I trim these at the top end. Someone gifted me a Day 9 sub. Day 9 has, these little mana guy emotes on Day 9 are some of my favorites from other people that I've used. The Day 9, the person whoever did these was great, especially the blue one. Love it. Nassif uses all the parts the Moto Clock Buffalo. He does. It's a good way to put it. I need 2 more cuts here, chat. Yeah, Day9's just a very like genuine, joyous person. Infectious is a good way to describe him. I think I'm gonna cut Cryptolith Rite here, just because they're a disruption heavy deck, and I think there's a chance like this gets stranded without me having tools to use it. So rather than risking having multiple Cryptolith Rites with nothing to do, I'm just gonna trim some of them. That's true. I am relatively good at continuing to play Magic while we rant. I tangent plenty here too. But usually I keep playing while we talk. Hey, Dwaffle. Happy Wednesday. I'll be around a little bit tomorrow and Friday as well for people that are on break that normally can't watch live. How long I'm going to be live tomorrow and Friday is going to depend on both how well my children are behaved while they're home and what the viewer count looks like. So if things go well, we'll probably do a normal-ish length of stream, 7-8 hours. If things are not, well, we'll probably just do like 3 to 4. Children are high variance creatures. Sometimes it goes really well, and other times not so much. What am I having for Thanksgiving? Probably something frozen. It depends on what the Hordeling Outburst looks like. Hoping to rip a land next turn. Hey, Big Beanie Cap. Happy Wednesday. Thanks for the 16 months. Hope life's treating you well. Spawn of Mayhem. Yeah, a lot of these lists have adopted this card. Apparently this card spiked to infinite dollars on Magic Online because of it. Oh, I punted. I should have done this at end of turn. I gave them the point for this. That's fine, we missed our land drop and our dead anyways. Didn't matter, couldn't win. Yeah, Spawn seems sweet. If anybody notices when the PTQ deck lists go up, let me know. I'm interested to see them. Well, if we don't get Thoughtseize, the linear plan on this hand seems great. No, the PTQ deck lists that are up are the ones from Monday. There's PTQ every day this week, Nifty. Now we gotta draw a land. Because they're gonna take my Cryptolith Rite. Really? Okay. Okay. Yeah, the date there is the day they were posted. Maybe they have another Thoughtseize or like a Duress here. That's so rude. Magic's fun. I enjoy playing Magic the Gathering. Is Fungal Infection better than that card? That's an interesting thought. You can play this without a target. Is a real consideration. And like they're a Smuggler's Copter deck, so like if Fungal doesn't have a target and you need to crew a Copter, that's a pretty big liability. Is the honeymoon period over for Pioneer? Yeah, I think until they ban something out of this, the format is kind of solved. In fact, I think I'm going to adjust my schedule and only do. I was already only planning on doing one Pioneer deck Friday, but I think I'm only going to do one Pioneer deck tomorrow too. Because we know change is coming next week. Probably Monday as well. Because we'll get the ban list update on Monday. Maybe we'll do Modern on... I have 3 Modern decks in the queue. Maybe we'll do a couple extra Modern while we wait for them to adjust. Jeskai Charm would be a great pickup, for sure. That's how we stole game 1. Yeah, we could fill in some more Arena too, potentially. A lot of options, a lot of playable formats. Ay, 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 ay. Do 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 do. If we draw an Ascendancy next turn, and then Cryptolith Rite loots into a non-creature spell, we could maybe do a thing. Yeah, like I've frequently said on stream, like, one of the best things about Magic is the fact that, like, it has so many diverse game modes because of its deep card pool. Yeah, I agree, Percy. I think this aspect of this deck seems like too cute and bad. And it's like, makes us play these painful Mana Confluences, and I think I'd rather just be like a Jeskai tokens deck that has Ascendancy in it. Let's go towards Soul Sisters. Can do, Cordemi. Thanks for the support, I appreciate it. What happened? Oh. Well. I'm gonna be done with this one. The green seemed largely unnecessary. The few games that we won were on the back of just like being a tokens Ascendancy deck, and I feel like rather than like playing these cute cards here, I think I'd rather just play like 4 copies of Stoke the Flames and just like some more red creatures. So like instead of playing Raise the Alarm and Servo Expedition, you play the ones that make more goblins, and then like just like play 4 Stoke the Flames. Just basically a free card. You just tap your creatures and then they untap with the Ascendancy. So it deals 4 and has Convoke is real good. And then honestly, once you get rid of this nonsense, you could probably play, for starters, you don't need 25 lands if you cut a color. So you could probably trim some lands, especially with Legion's Landing. And you probably play like 10 to 12 2-mana double token cards and Stoke the Flames. And then you could play like 5 or even 6 Delve spells. I think you could play a couple of Digs on top of the Treasure Cruises, just because you have so many things that fill your graveyard up. No, I don't think you play cards like Seeker Way. I think you just play more tokens. Maybe Conclave Tribunal could be okay in the sideboard, but I think you definitely would rather just have Stoke in the main. But yeah, the Cryptolith Rite part of this deck seemed real mediocre. The Jeskai Ascendancy tokens part seemed potentially there, maybe something worth exploring, especially if you get a little bit of reasonable interaction in here with Stoke the Flames, but overall this one felt a little bit medium to me. Alright, we've got one more Pioneer deck before we jump on into some Standard Day. We're going to touch on some Mono Blue Devotion again here. Before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and hit a quick ad roll. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. Thanks for hanging out today, folks.